Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. So, this one might be pretty quick because I have been sick. I've been sick for the last couple days, and just my energy is absolutely tanked. But I literally can't afford to skip a video. So, like I talked about in the energy aware planning system, there are times you're just going to have to push through. There are times when your job has to get done, and my job has to get done today. So I am here and I am showing up to the best of my ability, and we're going to try to have a good time. I'm just going to do what I can do, and hopefully, you'll enjoy hanging out with me this Saturday as much as you've enjoyed hanging out with me previous Saturdays. Unless the dog jumps on me again, I don't think there's going to be any visuals in this video. So as always, if you want to put on, earbuds and go do something else while you listen to me talk, you are welcome to, because you're not going to miss anything visual. And honestly, there's only a couple things to talk about. Since I have been sick, I haven't gotten a lot of work done the last couple of days. It was the first week of homeschool and everything's going really good there. And mostly I am just trying to do what I can from the couch. I've spent quite a bit of time on TikTok the last couple days because I don't have the mental capacity to really do much else. And when you work for yourself, you don't get paid sick days, but you still need to take sick time when you are sick. And I'm trying to give myself grace and the ability to get better so that I can come back strong sooner. Because if I constantly try to push through not feeling well, that's going to lead to burnout. That's going to lead to a longer break than if I had just allowed myself the rest that I need to feel better. So I don't even know what's going on. The weather in one day it dropped 20 degrees. So I don't know if it's just my body rebelling against the change in the temperature. I feel like I got body checked by a truck. Like everything feels heavy. I've got a little bit of a rasp. I've got a small cough. But I wouldn't even call it a cold. So I don't know what's going on. I don't feel good. And it's annoying because I have so much stuff to do, right? Like I just reset my board. I think I talked about that in one of the videos from this week. Or maybe I took a picture or something. I don't know. But I reset the board for the rest of the year. And it is both more and less tasks than I had expected it to break down into. And we'll go over my goals and stuff probably next Saturday when I'm feeling better. But, the pink is for YouTube and the green is for my romance books and the gray are personal tasks. So that's what that is. And we'll go more into it in a later video when I have a little bit more energy and a better plan about, the structure of how I want to talk about things. So one of the things I did want to tell you this week, because I had said I was going to launch my membership in September, I'm not going to launch a membership at all. As I was planning things out and finalizing everything, I found myself cherry picking ideas that would be the most value to people who want to give me money. And that made me feel super gross. And I don't want to be that person. So we're just not going to do memberships. I don't want to charge people to be here. I don't want to save my best stuff for the people who can afford to pay to watch me. That is not what I'm about, and that's not what I want this channel to be about. I will find other ways. That's not it. It really, like as I was doing it, and it hit me what I was doing, I literally just closed my laptop and walked out of my office. Like, that is not who we are. I want to be here to be, regardless of our age, I feel like I'm the chaotic big sister who, is here to help you, is here to commiserate with you and to relate to you. And I don't want to charge you to be here. I just think that's weird. So that's not what we're going to do. So there won't be a membership. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do the Discord. It's going to happen this month. It's all set to go. I got to figure out a way for me to be comfortable with it, because I can't risk it becoming an unsafe space for the people who need it. And I don't know the best way to do that. So I'm still working through some of that, but we're going to figure it out, and it's going to be available to the community very, very soon. I just need to find a way that I'm comfortable launching it. In the vein of no memberships, my second best course of action is going to be my shop, which, everything's linked down there below. So I will be adding more things into the shop that hopefully, if you wanted to financially support me, purchasing things directly from my shop is a great way to do that. And you're actually getting something that you can use. So over the week, I did finally put up the hats that I wanted to. I've got one that says Chaos and one that says Rebel, and they're really cute. And I was really frustrated because, everything costs more right now, which is so frustrating. But, I can't believe how expensive hats are. The minimum amount I can sell them for is $25. And I did because they're really cute. And I can't be the only one that wants one. And, when you go look at if I go look for a Dallas Cowboys hat, it's $50. And that's insane. And that's why I only have one, and I got it as a Christmas present. Because that's crazy. So for the most part, all the merch that I put in, the physical merch, like shirts and hats and notebooks and anything that I decide to put up, are going to be at the lowest price possible, because hopefully you're going to see them and think, oh my God, that's so cute, I need one, but I don't want to gouge you on it either. So I don't know. So the hats are in there, and they're really cute, and I'm hoping that I get to order one so that I can make sure that the quality is as good as I think it's going to be. And I think it will be, because Fourth Wall is actually a really good place. It's not cheap stuff. It's nice stuff. So, I can't wait to get my hands on a Rebel hat. I think I'm going to get the red one. It's just so cute. So I will be adding things into the merch, and I will be talking about those things in the videos, as as non-annoying as possible. I will, if something that I am talking about in a video fits with a printable or a kit or something that I have, I'm going to say, if this is something you'd be interested in, check out this in my shop. Because I feel like that is a better, more organic way to earn money than to charge you again for a membership, because I'm so uncomfortable with it. And then the only other things I wanted to talk about, I got my algorithm into a specific way yesterday, where people were talking about grocery prices and grocery budgeting and changing the way that they shop. And it really triggered an idea for me about doing some kind of grocery budget challenge, both for, our family and for the channel. The thing is, it doesn't really fit, it's not like we talk about planners and we talk about ADHD, and I do my little rambles and stuff. And, it's all about productivity without the toxicity, basically, is the overall, I feel, vibe of the channel. But I also know that everything costs way too much money. And if there is a way I could spin that to where it does fit into what we're doing here, I would really like to do it, because I'm going to do the grocery budget challenge. I'm going to try to get my groceries for a family of 3 to $100 or less per week, which is way less than what I'm spending right now, because I'm not I'm not doing it correctly. I'm not budgeting correctly for the groceries. And it's not a new concept, but I think it all kicked off because there's this woman named Nicole, and she has a family of 4. She grocery shops once a month, and her grocery budget is $300 a month. And she has, people are like, this is crazy, you can't do this. What about fresh produce? Blah, 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 blah. And she has systems in place that makes that work for her family. Paper products, household goods don't go into her grocery budget. She has a full-ass garden for produce, so that doesn't go into her budget. Most of us don't have that kind of system or that kind of luxury. And I would really, just like to find a way to help people, because grocery prices are just going to get worse before they ever get better. Because any excuse a company has to raise prices, they're going to do it, and it's never going to come back down. Once they've got you used to paying $8 for a bag of potato chips, you're always going to pay at least $8 for a bag of potato chips. And yeah, they're going to go on sale, but once a company has got you hooked in at a price, they are never, out of the goodness of their hearts, going to bring it back down. So we really need to think about the way that we do things. And I think it could be really helpful for people. I just don't know how it fits into Rebel with a Plan. So if that's something you would be interested in watching from me, just let me know in the comments. Yeah, you'd like to see how I curb our grocery spending, and I will find a way, if enough people are interested, to make it work and show you. Another thing I really wanted to do, because one of the main pillars of homeschool for us this year is home ec. So I'm teaching my son how to be self-sufficient in the home, how to cook, how to bake, how to clean, how to do things around the house. And I thought, well, if I'm already teaching him pretty much adulting 101 for autism and ADHD, I could probably do a series on adulting with ADHD here, because that would absolutely fit in the pillars. I just don't know if that would be something that anyone would be interested in as well. So I guess the 2 biggest ideas that I'm toying with for future video ideas would be ADHD adulting, which would be like home ec for grown-ups, and grocery budgeting just in general, like how to bring your grocery bill down, how to shop your kitchen, how to find recipes using the ingredients you already have on hand, how to delay going to the grocery store as long as possible, because that will also save you money in the long run, things like that. So just let me know in the comments if either or both of those ideas are something that you would want to see from me, and I will figure out how to do it. Because I'm very excited about those ideas. They're things I'm already going to be doing anyway, so if I can just film it and give it to you guys, that's going to be super helpful for me as well. I am also working on, right now, a digital detox challenge, like a 1 week thing about cleaning up your digital space and resisting the digital space. I'm working on it. It's not anywhere near finished. But that's something that I'm working on too, because our little dopamine gremlins just crave that hit of the swipe. As I learned yesterday on the couch, half fallen asleep, watching people with their food pantry hauls, and feeling so bad for some of these women, not just because of their situation, but because you could see in real time on camera the struggle of them being so grateful to have this option to feed their families, and so disappointed because they didn't even know what some of the stuff they received was. They received ingredients that don't go together to make any kind of meal. And I think people forget that you can be both grateful and disappointed at the same time. And I just wanted to reach out to these women and let them know that it's absolutely valid to hold space for both of those things inside. You can be grateful and still be disappointed, and that is okay. And no one gets to judge you for how you feel when you are already in a situation that is so, so hard, trying your best to feed your babies. Like, some of the comments from people, I don't understand how people can be so cruel all the time. I don't know what gives them the audacity to judge strangers on a 2-minute clip of their entire lives. It's just, I really struggle. And I think a lot of that is the autism, that I could never be disgusting to someone that I know or don't know. It would never occur to me, regardless of what my knee-jerk reaction might be in the moment, because it's impossible not to judge because we're just wired that way. But I can't imagine what it would take for me to voice that. It would have to be like if someone were physically hurting another person before I think I could say something. And most likely my knee-jerk reaction is wrong anyway, because I don't know the full story. You can't look at a snapshot of someone's life and judge their entire being for it 99% of the time. So we ramble. But anyway, like, some of the comments were just disgusting. But I think that a lot of us, if we are not yet in a situation where we're struggling with these things, I think a lot of us are going to be, and not that far in the future. And I don't say that to fearmonger. I don't say that as a political statement. It is a capitalist, consumerist thing. It is, companies are not beholden to us. They are beholden to make money for their shareholders. And they're going to do it any way they can. And what I don't understand is what the end game is. Because if they bleed us dry, what's going to happen to them? You can't get blood from a stone. And you can't get money from a broke person. So I don't know what their end game is. Because it's going to come to a point for some people where they can't spend money at all. So I don't understand gouging up front, bleeding us dry, and then what, going out of business because no one can shop there anymore? Like, I don't get it. I don't know. Again, maybe it's the autism. Maybe I see 10 steps ahead and other people don't. I don't know what it is, but it makes no logical sense to me. It just doesn't. So that was a weird little thing. Anyway, I gotta go because I'm going to start coughing in a minute, and I'm really trying to do this in a way where I don't have to super edit because I really just want to go lay back down on the couch. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me today. I don't know that this was much of a fun one, so much as just of an info dump, but some weeks are going to be like that. And like I said, I can't skip a video, and I just needed to do the best that I had available. So I hope that something in here resonated with you. Let me know how you feel about the adulting for ADHD, and let me know how you feel about a grocery budget type thing as well. Because, I'm going to do it anyway. So if you want to see it, just let me know. I love you so much, and I will see you next time. I hope that everyone else is healthy and happy and safe, and I am just sending you all of my love. Don't forget to smash all those YouTube buttons for me, and I will see you soon. I love you. Bye.